Oh hey, didn't see you there.
Hello everyone and welcome to the first ever Lisa's Boneless Apple Tea Test Kitchen. Today we are going to be making a New Orleans inspired dish from the hit movie Princess and the Frog. We will be making gumbo.
Hey everybody, I made gumbo.
So the first thing I'm going to do is cut up my seasoning vegetables. I got my onion and I got my celery. And I don't really know how to make gumbo on my own. So I'm just going to be eyeballing this. Hopefully my New Orleans background will get me through it. So here we go. Fun fact about this little gumbo recipe that I'm making, it is going to be totally vegan. What? Now I myself have been vegan for about 5 years now. I think this is my 5th year. And I'm making this gumbo, 1, because I'm bored, 2, because I have never used vegan shrimp before and I wanted a reason to use it. I lived in New Orleans for like 6 years. Most of them I was a baby, so I didn't really eat a whole lot of seafood because when I was that age I ate like simple foods. I ate like you know, chicken tenders and chicken nuggets and stuff. And I haven't had most seafood before. I don't think I've ever had normal shrimp, so I don't know how vegan shrimp is gonna turn out. I think in kindergarten I had one fish stick and I didn't like it. I thought it was nasty, and so I never ate seafood again. I haven't had tuna, I haven't had, I don't even know what like normal fish is. Salmon? I don't know. I used to eat goldfish all the time. What do you guys think? Do I have the makings of a decent onion mincer?
Well, hey, you got the makings of a decent mushroom mincer.
I'm almost completely done and I haven't shed a single tear. Okay, the pieces aren't even, but I'm gonna call it done. We're gonna take our onions and go ahead and add it to this empty pot.
Oh, wow. Wow. Wow.
Up next on the chopping block is, I don't know how many stalks of celery I'm supposed to use. I don't know, 3? Does that sound about right? Celery is freshly washed. First thing we do, chop off the little head thingies. Just mow them down. And I'm gonna do these all at once because I don't feel like waiting. I don't have a recipe, by the way. My parents gave me some general instructions and that's what I'm going off of. So next we're gonna add the celery to the pot.
Wow.
So now that the celery and the onions are in there, I'm going to go ahead and add my vegetable broth so it can be cooking down a little bit. Again, the measurements aren't exact, so it's probably going to be disproportionate, and that's okay. Now that all the vegetables are in the pot with the broth and they are boiling over here, I'm going to go ahead and start cooking my fake meats. So the first one, I'm going to start with something I've already tried before, which is this chicken scallopini from Gardein. This is actually one of my favorite plant-based meats. It's one of my staples. I'm gonna go ahead and add it to the skillet. Good. Not gonna lie, you guys, I don't know how to get good cooking angles, so we're just gonna experiment. I'm gonna start by adding some oil to my chicken. This chicken is already pre-seasoned a little bit, so I don't do too much to it, just kind of heat it up and brown it a little. I am gonna go ahead and season it to taste with some rosemary garlic, because that's how I like my non-chicken, my chick naan. So you're gonna hear this other pot spurting and splattering a little bit, but that's okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my rosemary garlic, put it over my chick naan. In my day-to-day life, I don't really use too many like fake meats and stuff. I usually prefer to just eat vegetables and like raw stuff. But I do a lot of frozen meals because it's just easier and faster. If you're wondering, the reason I'm cooking all of these meats separately is because I don't want them to like fall apart when they go in this pot, because they are pretty much just plants and I want them to have a little like solidness when I add them. I don't want them to like dissolve and break apart. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cook them separately and then add them all at the end. So my patties are browning, or they're starting to brown kind of nicely, but as you can see, these 3 want to stick together, and that looks kind of crazy. I think I should have thawed them a little more before I just dropped them on in here, but that's okay. This is just the before picture. So now that my chicken patties are kind of done, I'm gonna go ahead and set them aside on a little plate. So next I'm gonna fry up my sausages, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add some Cajun seasoning to them so that they have that New Orleans flair, that Louisiana flair. And while those are frying up, I'll go ahead and show you how my broth is doing. It's almost done, it's almost ready. You're supposed to let it sit for, I think my dad said like 45 minutes. So just gonna let that chill right there for a bit, let the onions get clear, and we'll come back over to my sausages, which are not cooking because guess who forgot to turn on the oven? I mean the stove. We're real professionals around here. I don't think I've ever tried these before. They may or may not be good. Obviously, I hope they're good. And I'm just gonna cook them until they brown up on the edges a little bit. There we go. Now they're fried. Now we're cooking with grease. My sausages are cooking. They're looking much better than the chicken did. So yes, these are the Gardein Italian sausages. So the sausage oil is popping, and it's popping me in the arm, and it kind of hurts. But that's okay, because professional chefs take the heat and drunk it out of the kitchen. Oh, and if this looks too greasy, I'm not putting all this extra oil in there. I'm just gonna kind of drain them a little bit before I take them out. I want to see if you can see how much this is popping. So now we're going to go ahead and set our sausages to the side, and I'm going to go ahead and put a paper towel under it so that it catches some of the grease from the frying pan. So the last thing we're going to be frying up is these vegan shrimp. Like I said, I've never had real shrimp before, so this is what the shrimp looks like in the pack. Kind of crazy, kind of weird. Where are the scissors?
Hey, dude, where are the scissors?
Okay, couldn't find scissors. We're gonna do this the old untraditional way. And we'll go ahead and drop these bad boys in there. Yum. I don't know how to season normal shrimp, so I don't know how I'm gonna season vegan shrimp. But garlic. Oh, we got the first shrimpy boy. Apparently, this shrimp actually does tell you how to season it. Crushed black pepper, red chili, pepper flakes, and fresh lemon. I know I have 2/3 of that. So I added some lemon juice. I'll add a little paprika, even though it's not the same as red pepper, but that's what I have. It recommended some crushed black pepper, so I'll go ahead and use my pepper grinder. These shrimpy boys don't want to cooperate. They are sticking together like shrimp of a feather. They finally started breaking apart. I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera, but they're like pinky on the inside. And I think that's funny. It looks decent enough. So now we'll add our shrimp to the plate. So per my parents' instruction, I was supposed to add more water to this. So now we're gonna go ahead and add filet to the pot. What will filet do? It'll thicken it up apparently. Say when, Mom.
Oh no, you gotta go. Sometimes you add almost the whole bottle.
Then a couple shots of Tabasco and it'll be the bee's knees.
Hit it hard with a couple of shots of Tabasco and it's the bee's knees. Now, can we go down?
Real shrimp, vegan shrimp. Real sausage, vegan sausage. Real chicken, vegan chicken. So while the filet is thickening up, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the chicken into bite-sized pieces because you don't want full chickens in there. Any other gumbo tips?
More filet.
Always more.
Yeah, to give it a little more body and more flavor.
So while our broth is thickening up, I'm gonna go ahead and cheat and use this boxed rice. If I were slightly less lazy, I would cook the rice myself, but we're gonna go ahead and make this one. Calls for 2.5 cups of water, a little bit of olive oil, and the rice. It's time to add our fake meats. So first I'll add the chicken. Splish, splish, splish. Then we got our sausage. Sploosh. And finally the shrimp. How's it looking, Dad?
You have to keep watching. I don't know how the new ingredients are gonna hold up the water.
Then we got our rice over here, a-boiling away.
It's holding up pretty good, actually.
So the last time I made gumbo was for my mom's Cajun Christmas, and all the non-vegans ate it up, and it was almost gone by the time I had any. So we'll see how this one tastes. So the rice is almost done. The gumbo is just about done, so I'll go ahead and turn off the heat on that. So now it's all up to you, big guy. Okay, so our gumbo is all done. Our dirty rice is done. Nothing left to it but to do it and serve it. Boneless apple tea. Hey, what were your first impressions?
Not bad. And your meat's held up.
What should I do differently next time?
Do what you just did.
So it's father approved.
Yep.
There we go. You heard it here first. Boneless apple tea. Boneless apple tea.
Bone apple tea?
Boneless apple tea.
Boneless apple tea.
Okay, first impressions?
Well,
Oh no.
I probably would put more filet.
Okay.
The shrimp surprisingly have the texture of shrimp.
How did it look?
It looks like gumbo. Nice crackers.
Thanks. I put them there myself.
It's tasty.
Excellent.
Got a nice little kick to it. I like the sausage.
Is it better or worse than the one I made for Christmas?
It's different. The one at Christmas had more vegetables, okra, tomato.
Right.
So it was a different recipe. But this is definitely tasty.
So is it mother approved?
Mother approved. Great job, Lisa. Thank you so much.
Oh, of course. Boneless apple tea.
Thank you.
Okay, so now it's my turn. I don't eat my gumbo with crackers. Let's see how I did. First impressions, I think it looks okay. I don't know. Tastes like chicken. The spice in my throat all at once. But it's good. I'll try a shrimp. Don't like that. Well, the rest of it tastes good. If you've made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you for watching. I hope you and your family are staying safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Toodaloo!